It's time. Hi Jasper. Hi Jasper. For the next 24 hours, I don't have any responsibility, or I don't have anything work related or any responsibilities that would make me have to leave the house. So you know what that means. 24-hour reading challenge. I'm gonna read for 24 hours straight, okay? So the reason for this video is, for one, I did a 24-hour crochet challenge and it was super fun, and I wanted to do another 24-hour challenge, and I realized I'm behind on my reading goal. And the last time I checked my Goodreads to see how far behind I was when I made the summer bucket list video. And I also, in that summer bucket list video, said I wanted to read more and catch up on my reading goal. And I haven't read at all, even like since I made that video. So I know the number is greater with how far behind I am. I made myself wait to check to see how far behind I was until I did this video, because I wanted you to see my like real raw reaction. So let's see how far behind I am, okay? Pulling up my Goodreads. I'm so scared. Okay, my reading challenge. I am not gonna get caught up today, okay? But my reading goal for the year is 50 books. And I am 15 books behind schedule. Okay, I'm 15 books behind schedule. Another rule for this 24-hour reading challenge is that I'm not buying any books, whether it be on Kindle or anything like that. I have a couple audiobook credits, so we're going to be using my audio credits for when I'm doing things like showering or a chore or something to where I can't be holding a book and reading. Like, I have to work out today, so when I do those things, I'm still going to be reading. I'm going to be using my Audible credits for that, okay? I have 3 Audible credits right now, so we're good there. And I think I'm going to take it book by book. I'm not really going to pick out all the books right now, because once I finish a book, my mood shifts. So we're just going to pick one book at a time, and let's get started. It is 6 p.m. right now, so from today to tomorrow at 6 p.m. we're reading non-stop, and we're going to try and see how many books I can read to get caught up on my reading goal. So let's go ahead and pick our first book. I haven't read any of these. These are like my TBR. It's like right by my bed. So here's like my TBR, physical TBR. And I've read this one, oops, I realized you can't see. This one and this one. But I haven't read any of these. And I have the whole City of Bones, City of Ashes, Mortal Instruments series I still have to read, so we're picking from these ones, okay? And then, yeah. And there are a couple up there, but frankly, those are all ones I've started and DNF'd, so they're gonna stay up there. So let's pick from this area. My cat is getting on my nerves. So I really want to look at this one. Oh! There is a half-naked man on the cover. Let me read you the back, okay? Before we decide if this is going to be our first book for the challenge. From the Wall Street Journal bestselling author comes a new standalone novel, which Lucy Score, I love Lucy Score. I read her book, what is it? I don't know where it is. It's something like Things We Something. It's really big and really long. I read that one. I liked it. I have the second book right here, but regardless, this says Gannon King. Gannon, really? Gannon King is great with his hands, and if you believe what you read on Twitter, he's sex in a tool belt. The reality TV star learned his lesson about falling for pretty packages the hard, painful, humiliating way, and he's not making that mistake again. Sure, Legs is gorgeous as hell and smart-mouthed, 2 of his favorite qualities in a woman, but she's an icy network kiss ass. At least that's what he thinks until he catches her being human. Field producer Paige St. James. My name. The female protagonist. The woman in this has my name? Well, now I kind of have to read it. Like, that's literally my name. Field producer Paige St. James has zero time for temperamental stars, especially Gannon, who does his best to get under her skin. She's got plans to get out of reality TV and do something that matters. But ratings are king, and when Paige and Gannon's sparks are captured by cameras, the network smells a time slot victory. After an on-set accident and a vindictive celebrity girlfriend, Paige finds her reputation in tatters and her job hanging by a thread. She never should have trusted him. I don't know. I mean, my name is literally the main character. Like, I would be the main character of this book. But it's kind of boring. It's not giving me the spice that I'm kind of wanting. I don't know. Next. Pretty and Reckless. Can you tell I'm a smut girl? Oh, this one's so blurry. This is definitely like an Amazon print. Very blurry. Let's read the back, shall we? I was 17 the first time we met. Excuse me? We were in two different worlds. He was building direction in his life. I was spinning fire down my path. He was the good guy who helped other people. I was the talented girl who destroyed them. Oh, sorry, not talented, tainted. I can't read. Tainted girl who destroyed them. He was harmony on a warm beach day. I was a hurricane that erupted through. He tried to help me. I tried to ruin him. I'm Elise, and this is my story. Okay. She's underage. Oh, I know what we should read. It's summer, you guys. We have like one more month of summer. It happened one summer. Should we read this? I know it's like a TikTok book. Stop, I just flipped through it and I saw a spot that said, okay, boomer. We can't read this. Can we? I don't know. It happened one summer. I've heard good things about it, but I've also heard shitty things about it. Piper Bellinger is fashionable, influential, and her reputation as a wild child means the paparazzi are constantly on her heels. When too much champagne and an out-of-control rooftop party land Piper in the slammer, her stepfather decides enough is enough, so he cuts her off and sends her and her sister to learn some responsibility running their late father's dive bar in Westport, Washington. Piper hasn't even been in Westport 5 minutes when she meets big, bearded sea captain Brendan Taggart, who thinks she won't last a week outside of Beverly Hills. So what if Piper can't do math, and the idea of sleeping in a shabby apartment with bunk beds gives her hives? How bad could it be? She's determined to show her stepfather and the hot, grumpy local that she's more than just a pretty face. Except it's a small town, and everywhere she turns, she bumps into Brendan. The fun-loving socialite and the gruff fisherman are polar opposites, but there's an undeniable attraction simmering between them. Piper doesn't want any distractions, especially feelings for a man who sails off into the sunset for weeks at a time. Yet, as she reconnects with her past and begins to feel at home in Westport, Piper starts to wonder if the cold, glamorous life she knew is what she truly wants. LA is calling her name, but Brendan and this town full of memories may have already caught her heart. Okay, let's read it. It Happened One Summer is the first book on the roster. Let's read. Okay, listen to this line, okay? This, I can already tell this character is going to be insufferable. This was Piper's career, partying. Not that she needed the money, at least. She didn't think so. Everything she owned came from the swipe of a credit card, and it was a mystery what happened after that. She assumed the bill went to her stepfather's email or something. Hopefully he wouldn't be weird about the crotchless panties she ordered from Paris. What? Oh, hello, little guest star. She just wants the window. Okay. Piper's kind of annoying, but I mean, I'll keep reading. We are gonna make a rule. I can't DNF a book until I'm at least halfway through it, okay? Till I at least give it a little bit of a fighting chance. So, I've been reading. Also, I'm a very slow reader, apparently. I haven't read in like a couple months, so it's been a while. I used to be faster, but I'm going at a snail's pace, so we're not going to get a lot of books done in this challenge. But so far, we've been introduced to Brendan, Piper. It's getting better. I hope it gets better than this, or else I'm not going to be able to finish it, because it's kind of like pulling teeth reading this book, but hopefully it gets better. I don't know. He kind of gives that like grumpy vibe, and she's, I guess, Sunshine. She's kind of just like annoying rich influencer vibe, which I don't like, but we'll see. Hopefully it gets better. Oh my god, this book is so cute. Okay, it's kind of growing on me. I've gotten in the groove. I'm kind of making up some time reading. I'm like this far in. And there's this part, it's so cute. Okay, so basically he's like I guess he's like grumpy. They're not really enemies to lovers. He's kind of like, you're annoying, like you're literally like just a rich girl from LA, like you don't know what it's like to be over here, be roughing it, you know. And regardless, there's this scene where she catches what she's cooking on fire, and he sees it, he puts it out, and instantly, like without thinking, like grabs her wrist and flips her hands over and is like, did you get burned? Are you okay? Did you get burned? And it's like so cute because without thinking, he's like, are you okay? Did you get burned? Did you get burned? And she's like, no, I'm fine, I'm fine. And in the moment he realizes she's okay, he's mad. He's like, really? He's like he's like, really? You had to set it on fire? Like, why aren't you being safe? Da, 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 da. But it's like, it's because he cares about her. He cares. He doesn't know it yet, but he cares. So it's so cute. I love that though. I love when it's like they're not thinking, you know, and they're just like, are you okay? Did you get hurt? Literally a chapter ago they were like being an asshole and hating them. So I don't know, but it's kind of got me hooked. I'm like 25% of the way through, and I'm hooked. I'm definitely gonna be able to finish this. Interesting how he claims to not like her, but then he is caught changing her locks so that they're safer and more secure before he goes on his fishing expedition shit that he has to go do. Interesting. Sounds like you like her. Also look at my reading buddy. He is the cutest reading buddy to have, to snuggle up with. He loves when I'm reading in bed because he can just lay with me and get all his snuggles in. But yeah, anyways, make it make sense. I don't like her, I don't like her. And then he gets caught messing with her locks and she's like, what are you doing? And he's like, changing the locks so that, you know, this place is more secure since I'm like leaving for a bit. Oh my god, I actually kind of love this book so far, and I'm falling for this fisherman. I am halfway through. I'm about halfway through the book, and it's so sweet. Honestly, what's kind of annoying is the fact that they named the bar No Name. It's just ticking me off every time they're like, No Name, meet you at No Name. Like, can you just give the bar a damn name, please? Please? For everyone's sake. We've had some cute moments. Nothing has happened. We're halfway through. They haven't kissed. They haven't done the nasty. So far, this is a very vanilla book, which I kind of expected it. I think it's one of the book talk books that like went super viral, so I'm not expecting it to be really spicy. It gives like Hallmark vibes. So see y'all in an hour. I have been a little update on the book. They officially did it. You know, SEX. Yay them. I guess it wasn't technically SEX. Notes to the author: I don't appreciate a multiple page description of her giving a BJ. I don't appreciate that. I don't really care about that. Other things, yeah, but I don't really care about that. So gross. But moving on. I have been in bed for the last couple hours reading, obviously, and I just realized that it's 10 p.m. It's almost 2 hours away from midnight. My watch is gonna reset, which if you don't know what I'm talking about, I have been trying to fill my watch circles, my Apple Watch circles, every day this month, which means I have to work out every single day. It can be really anything, but since it's 10 p.m., since it's nighttime, since it's like nighttime, I'm tying my shoes by the way. Since it's nighttime, I'm gonna go for a run on the treadmill instead of outside, just because I don't really want to run in the middle of the night. And yeah. Oh, I got the audiobook. I got the audiobook for the book that I'm reading right now so that I can listen while I'm running. So I'm technically still doing the 24-hour challenge, okay? So, and I should have it done. I'm hoping to get this book done by midnight, and then we'll be on to the next book. So let's go work out and keep reading. I finished working out and I'm so tired, but I'm gonna shower. I'm just gonna keep listening to the audiobook, obviously, but this book is so cute, okay? Now, granted, in the beginning when I said the main character was really annoying, that still stands. Like, we're 75% of the way through. Yeah, I've got like 25% left, and she's still really annoying, but their relationship is so cute, it like makes up for the fact that she's really annoying. Will I read this again? Probably not, unless the last 25% is like really good. But it's like a airport read. Similar, it kind of gives Colleen Hoover vibes, just like very basic, nothing crazy, you know. But I'm gonna go take a shower, and then we will hopefully come back and finish the book. Look at my reading buddy. I finished It Happened One Summer. I didn't read the epilogue chapter because they almost always make the female character pregnant, almost always, and it ruins the vibe, so I didn't read it. I wanted to keep the good vibes going, okay? But overall, 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10. Loved it. It was entertaining. It was a good time. Spicy level maybe like 1 or 2 out of 5. And it kind of just gives like airport read. Like it's a cute romance. There's not a lot of too much drama. There's not, you know, it's like a small town romance basically. The only thing is the main girl character was like so annoying that it was really hard to just like push past the fact that she was really, really annoying and just look towards their relationship. But I think he made up for it. So, but yeah, I recommend. If you have this book sitting on your shelf and you need a good palate cleanser, vanilla romance, this is it. So it is past midnight, okay? I'm starving, so I'm gonna go make a snack. I picked the next book that's on our list, so we are 1 down, okay? I picked the next book, and it's gonna be The Great Gatsby, because I need to like at least put 1 classic into this, or else I'm never gonna read classics ever. And I've heard really good things about this one. Apparently I was supposed to read it in high school. I took AP Lit. We just focused on, you know, Romeo and Juliet the entire time, so we didn't read this in AP Lit. So I'm behind on the curve apparently. So I'm gonna read The Great Gatsby, and then yeah, and we'll see what I read next. But this is next on the list, a classic, which I'm not a classics girly. If it were up to me, I would only read trashy, spicy romance books, but I feel like, according to everybody on Book Talk and everybody that I've talked to about reading, they're like, what, you don't read the classics? You don't read the classics? So, forcing myself to read this, but we're gonna go make a snack and start this one downstairs. While I wait for my pizza rolls to finish, which I decided on pizza rolls, I wanted to show you guys, my mom picked up books for our little free library that we have in front of our house, and I was going through them and adding like our little signature stamp, and I'm just looking through them, and look at this one. It says, "Middle school's a drag. You better work." And I looked at it at first and I was like, oh. And then a double take, I was like, oh wait, this is about drag. And I asked my mom, I was like, did you pick this on purpose? And she was like, oh, I didn't even realize, which is really funny. But I just thought this was funny because it's just hilarious. I thought my mom purposely picked it for this reason, but she was like, oh, I didn't even notice. But yeah, It's funny, middle school's a drag. Crazy. Stuff like this did not exist when I went to middle school. But yeah, so these are gonna go in the library tomorrow. We gotta spruce it up a bit. I'm just waiting for my pizza rolls to finish, and I'm gonna get started on this one. I am halfway through, and I can't believe I haven't read this book sooner. Like, I can't believe I pushed this off for so long. I'm trying to talk quietly because it's the middle of the night and people are sleeping. But I can't believe I pushed this off for so long. Like, it's so good. Nobody told me it's basically like gossip. You know what I mean? Like storytelling. Like, oh, why is this way? Why is it that way? Oh, you know, it's like very gossipy. I'm halfway through. I think since it's like 2 a.m., I'm gonna try and finish the rest of it and then maybe sleep. Also, I hurt my back so bad earlier when I was working out. I decided to do some deadlifts because I'm dumb, and the first 2 sets were fine, but the last set I got distracted, like listening to my audiobook, and I wasn't really paying attention to like how my form, and I hurt my lower back, and I literally felt it right now getting up. Like, I pulled a muscle and I'm in so much pain, which means I'm probably gonna be bedbound tomorrow, which kind of works out for this reading challenge. So anyways, I'll check in with y'all when I finish The Great Gatsby. You know, this kind of slays. I'm not gonna lie, in the beginning I was really confused. I was like, what is going on? Everybody's being introduced. I'm like, what is going on? But now halfway through, I'm like, Gatsby loves her. Like, oh my god, this is so cool. Like, anyways, I'll check back up with y'all later. I finished it. There were moments where I was very confused, but then there were moments where everything kind of clicked, and then I was confused again, and then everything clicked, and then I was confused, and then it all clicked. I feel like that's my experience with most classics, and I feel like I'm gonna have to reread this at some point and try and get all the parts that I was kind of confused about, because I don't know. I feel like I missed something, if that makes sense. Like, it was good, don't get me wrong, but like, this is the book that everybody's talking about. This is the book that people analyze in high school. Like, what? I'm sorry. I mean, it was good. I think I'm just missing it. Maybe I don't have that part of my brain that I need for it to click like that. But regardless, that is book 2 down in this 24-hour challenge. And I was gonna stay up all night, but I can't, because if I stay up all night, the walls will start talking to me, and then I'll end up in a Grippy Socks vacation. So I have to sleep, even if it's just for a couple hours. So since it's like 3 a.m., I'm gonna call it a night, and I'm gonna get some sleep, and then as soon as I wake up, we will be back on the 24-hour reading grind. Okay, I haven't picked the next book. I'm just gonna pick it tomorrow morning, however I feel when I wake up, okay, because I don't really know what the vibe's gonna be in the morning. So anyways, see y'all in the morning. Good morning. Oh my god, I slept really good, and we've got to get on this reading challenge. We only have until 6 p.m. so that gives us a little under 6 hours to read as much as possible. Okay, we have to pick a book. I didn't pick a book last night after I finished that other one, so we have to pick a book. So let's look through. We did a romance, like a vanilla romance. We did a classic, so maybe we'll hit it with the romance again just to even things out. Let me look through my books. Alright, so I've decided we're gonna read Bully by Penelope Douglas, simply because I love Penelope Douglas and I got the first 2 books in this series for my birthday and I haven't dove into them. So I'm gonna read the first book, and then depending on how good it is, I might instantly read the second book. If not, then I think we might dive into the Hunger Games, because I haven't read this since I was like in middle school and I don't remember the book. I mean, I know the movies, but I know the book's different, so I don't remember it well enough to tell you about it. So it's time for a reread. So yeah, let's dive into this. I'm gonna go downstairs and make breakfast and get started on this one. Also, my phone wasn't all the way on the charger last night, so it's dead. Don't you love when that happens? The world really just said, read your book, you know? No screen time, read your book. Let's go make breakfast. I'm on page 100, okay? This book, I love it, and let me tell you why. Penelope Douglas, the way that she writes is so, like, if you were a fan of Wattpad, okay? It's like if an adult wrote a Wattpad story and it was like genuinely good, but it's so, like, it's, all her books are such page turners. Like, there's always stuff going on that you don't want to put it down, and I've almost always read all her books in like one sitting just because like I wanted to know what happened next, and I love that about the way she writes. It does give very much like Wattpad, but like well written. And her descriptions of everybody, they're always like blonde and blue-eyed and tall and blonde and blue-eyed and tall and blonde and blue-eyed, and that's annoying. But other than that, like, if you can look past it and kind of come up with your own way that the characters look, then it's pretty good. It's pretty good. But yeah, I'm almost halfway, and I know I'm gonna get this done before we run out of 24 hours. I just don't know if I'm gonna have time to finish another book after, but we'll see. I've been laying in bed reading. I opened my window so I have a little bit of sunlight coming in, but this morning has been so nice and peaceful and really nice. And I actually, like, last night reading, I was like, I don't know if I'm feeling this, but this morning, like, my love for reading is slowly coming back. I'm getting out of my reading slump, and that's what I was hoping this would do. So I am a little over halfway. I've got this much left, and I love Penelope Douglas, but I'm kind of confused. Like, I know it's supposed to be enemies to lovers, but if it were me, everything that this guy did, I would not be able to give, like, the moment, no, the things he calls her. And he's literally put her through hell for the last couple of years. Bullying, starting rumors, like literally sabotaging any possible relationship that she could have ever had in high school. Like, making her the laughing stock for years, okay? And she's just like, I'm failing to see the part. I'm failing to see why anybody would be like, oh yeah, that's fine, let's make out. Like, what? I would hate this guy for the rest of my life. Like, I don't get it. And then when she was like, tell me why, you know, we've got to the part where they argued, and she's like, tell me why you've hated me for all these years, and he's like, I've never hated you. What? Excuse me? Then why do all of this? Why do all of this if you've never hated her? And she's like, okay, why? And he's like, I was jealous when other boys liked you, because I wanted you, so I just, then get, what? That doesn't make any sense. It's not a reason. It's not a valid reason to hate someone or do things to someone as if you hate them. And she's just like, okay, huh, I don't care. He has this, like, she's giving him this, like, weird, you're damaged, like, you know, I can't really fault you. Yes, you can. What? Anyways, I'm interested in seeing how this ends and how they end up together. I don't know. It's all very weird and sus, and like, I don't trust anyone. Like, this guy who literally bullied her through the whole book is like asking her to homecoming. I'm like, this is a trick. Like, this is literally a trick. This is a trick. They're gonna pour blood on you. It's gonna be a Carrie moment. Like, this is definitely a trick, but I guess we'll see. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I feel like there's one thing to be enemies to lovers, and then there's like one thing to be like, this man has no redeeming qualities and has done nothing but hurt you. How can that turn into lovers? Does that make sense? So, I don't know. We'll see. Stop. Okay, listen. I'm not done with the book yet. I'm not, but something really bad just happened. Remember when I was like, something fishy's happening, something fishy's happening? So we got together, alright? She's sitting in class. They like, you know, did it. She's sitting in class like the next day. She gets a text, a video from him of them doing it, saying like, who wants her next? And everybody around her gets the same video. He lied. He's a liar. I knew it was too good to be true. I have like 40 pages left, so I don't know how the hell that's gonna end. I mean, I'd be pissed. There's no way to go back from that. The betrayal. I'm feeling it right along with you. Feeling it right along with you, girl. I hate him. I hate him. Kill him. Also, she took a crowbar to his car, so. But we are in no way even. We are in no way even. There's so much more. Kill him. Beat his ass. We did it. We did it, Joe. We did it. It is 6 p.m. We made it the full 24 hours. I just finished the 3rd book. So, we read 3 books in 24 hours, which I wanted to read more. I think my goal was like 5 books, but I think I will settle for the 3 because I feel like 3 is better than 0, right? So, review for Bully by Penelope Douglas. Overall, she's really good at having a lot of drama happen and having enough stuff happen to where you don't want to put the book down. Is it good? I don't know. I was entertained, so I'd give it 5 stars, but entertaining, yes. Did it make sense? No. In real life situation, would this happen? No. But that's always Penelope Douglas. It's like, it's just like fantasy without the dragons, you know? Like, these situations would literally never happen in real life, but if they did, it would be kind of cool if they happened like this, you know what I mean? Anyways, I loved it overall, whatever. It made me feel, and that's the goal of any book I read, so 5 stars. Overall, reading for 24 hours straight, honestly, reading instead of doom scrolling on TikTok and having like no screen time for the last 24 hours has been so nice. I haven't watched YouTube or TV or like movies or TikTok or anything. All I've been doing is reading, and I'm not gonna lie, it is really nice, and I think this pulled me out of my reading slump. So if you're in a reading slump and you're trying to get out of it, do a 24-hour reading marathon, because that might help you a little. So we are 3 books less behind. I still have over 10 books behind, so I might have to do another one of these just to try and really catch up, because we're still very far behind. But other than that, thank you for watching. Thanks for coming along for the ride. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Other than that, bye.